From breaking a leg to drowning in water to dislocating a few bones, it seems the audience only gets to see the glamorous life of Hollywood actors. But things have gone sideways for them often. Many well-known celebs have gotten injured on set, and some to the point that filming had to be stalled, and they had to be rushed to the hospital. Oh man, imagine that! Some actors also love living on the edge and doing their stunts, and one actor who tops the list is Jackie Chan.
I can say every inch from the head to my toes, scratch, bruise, yes. But bone, little bit, like I have a hole in my head.
Come on, wasn't he a favorite growing up? And even now, although he's retired, what surprised me was getting to know that he does everything himself, from broken noses to a tailbone injury that caused partial paralysis. Yikes! The actor seems to have gone through it all, but the worst was when he was filming the movie Armor of God. There was a scene in which he had jumped from a ledge onto a tree, and even though the actor succeeded the first time around, he wanted to reshoot because he wanted to try something that made it better. Well, not only did it turn out right, he had a fatal crash and almost died. Literally, y'all. When he jumped the tree branch, he snapped and split off. He fell and hit his head on a rock, and it broke his skull. What the? And because of a bone cave-in, there was bleeding. He said that the minute he crashed into the rock, it was like his entire body went numb, and he would have died if the medics hadn't acted as fast as they did. Jeez, that's insane.
I was so lucky I know how to fall, you know.
Yeah.
I fall like this, boom.
Yeah. On to Andy. Yeah.
You know, if I fall like this,
Yeah.
gone.
And he isn't the only actor who's had a near-death experience. Kate Winslet also almost lost her life in Titanic.
Just give me your hand. I'll pull you back over.
No, stay where you are. I mean it. I'll let go.
Well, with the working conditions of that film, having to shoot scenes in the Atlantic wasn't the most ideal situation. The actress said that she came close to kicking the bucket twice. Once was when she got hypothermia during the shooting of the final scene, and then again during the scene of her and DiCaprio trying to get out of a room that was filling with water by the second. Everyone got out, but her coat got trapped in iron bars, and she was all out of breath. The actress said she was on the verge of dying when thankfully she had the sense to get out of her coat. And to top it all off, the director, Cameron, had her go into a reshoot of the scene as soon as she came out. Can y'all believe it? She said she didn't want to come across as weak, so she never said anything. OMG, that's so wrong. But she's not the only one who had a drowning experience. Isla Fisher also suffocated in water during Now You See Me.
Everyone just thought I was doing fabulous acting. They thought I was being Meryl Streep in the tank. Actually, I was drowning.
Yeah.
All I was thinking about was me on the autopsy table, bloated in a swimming costume with heels, and how humiliating that would be.
The most bizarre thing is everyone could see her and thought she was doing superb acting. OMG. Remember that tank trick in the movie? Well, the handcuffs on her had a quick release system, but the chain around her ankles and wrists is an entirely different story. She said that while trying to break free, her chain got jammed and she couldn't do anything. And then she started screaming to everyone watching to let her out, but everyone cheered on thinking she was acting. Oh my lord. Imagine if she had died. And even though everything was planned in detail in terms of safety, no one thought to come up with a safety signal, and the cherry on top was that she was in the tank for almost 3 minutes. How freaking scary is that? Imagine you're dying and nobody thinks it's real. Speaking of safety, it's a very crucial element to any set stage, and the actors can sue in case of serious injuries. Kristen Chenoweth from The Good Wife got into a gruesome accident.
Had a horrible accident or incident when you were shooting The Good Wife.
It was pretty bad. You want me to?
Yeah.
You guys want to hear
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened?
While shooting outdoors, she was hit in the face with a light. And no, it wasn't thunder, guys. It was one of those big, heavy lighting equipment, and she got thrown to the sidewalk. It left her with broken teeth, ribs, hairline fractures, and a 7-inch skull fracture. But the most disgusting part was, CBS released a statement later blaming the wind for having blown it out of place. Yeah, right. Chenoweth said that she heard someone say that, "We're losing the light," and even before that, there was a flag flagpole sound, meaning they might have attached the light to that. She never filed any legal case out of fear, even though her father encouraged her to do it. She admitted later that in the Andy Cohen show that she feels disappointed in herself for not speaking up. This is so sad. These are the sort of injuries you carry with you for a long time. There's another incident that is just as horrific. Dylan O'Brien got hit by a vehicle on the set of The Maze Runner.
It wasn't easy, you know. It was horrible. It was a very scary thing.
He had injuries everywhere, face and brain. He also immediately passed out from a concussion. He had to go through facial surgery to recover. And not only that, he had to reinvent himself. The actor said that he felt he might never be able to go back to acting. And that was the only thing he'd known all his life. So he was devastated. How utterly sad is this? The production of the movie also halted. And even though he came back to see it through, Dylan took a 5-year break after that. The actor's back in the game now, but in an interview with Variety, he said that he still gets uncomfortable around action because the fear kicks in and he thinks that he'll have to live with this feeling now. Y'all can imagine the mental trauma left because of all this. It's like PTSD. It seems no matter how much of a superhero some actor seems to be on our screens, at the end of the day, they're still human. Robert Downey Jr. was also injured on the set of Iron Man 3.
My ankle once, but then that gave us time to do some more script revisions.
Nothing, I broke my ankle, no big deal.
It really isn't that big a deal. It happens all the time.
Don't y'all love him 3000? It seems our favorite defender twisted his ankle while performing a stunt, which led to a 6-week break before shooting could be resumed, turning out to be quite heavy on the pockets. And people had to be roped in to act in his place, using face replacement technologies and body doubles. Well, it seems the Iron Man wasn't iron at all. And then there are those actors who pretend their injuries were nothing. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. While filming the movie Premium Rush in the streets of New York on a bike, fell off his back and ended up with a broken wrist. The story has it that he was so fast that he hit the back of a cab and went flying into the windshield. Whatever it was, it led to him getting 31 stitches around the forearm. And guess what happened next? He was back the very next day on set to start shooting again. Damn, this boy's mad. But he's not the only one. Leonardo DiCaprio follows close behind. He even left his co-star Jamie Foxx utterly shocked. During the filming of the dinner scene in Django Unchained, the actor accidentally slammed his hand on a glass instead of the table, and the cut was bad. He was bleeding everywhere and needed stitches, but the iconic man just kept going on and on in character until the shot finished. DiCaprio is a king, isn't he? According to Fox, everyone was so amazed and in awe of him that they almost gave him a mini ovation. The scene was not planned, but the director later decided to keep it in the movie, as it added more of a realistic feel to the character's madness. That's all on actors who seriously injured themselves on set.